Here she goes.
I'm sure every kid growing up had a poster on their wall of their dream car. For some, it was a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. But for me, it was this car. I was so obsessed with this car at one point that I wrote its name on every single one of my belongings, and I used to be able to draw the front end of this car from memory. My AOL Instant Messenger screen name was Too Fast to Tiburon, and of course, we can't forget the masterpiece of a game called Need for Speed Underground, where the Tiburon was my go-to car. Eventually, I went to college and I got really into saabs, and as soon as I got some adult money coming my way, I started buying saabs. But now it's time to see what my middle school self dreamed about. Alright, I just bought the car and this is my first time starting my high school dream car. Oh man, she is rough, but she is mine. So this car I bought for $1,500 and it was about 20 minutes from where I live. So the drive isn't too bad. It's got lifter tick and some misfire under heavy acceleration, but should get me home without a problem, I hope. Oh man, this is feels pretty unreal. Not because this is a nice car or anything, but just because this is something that I've wanted to own for so long, probably over 20 years, and I finally have it. This feels great. Doesn't have any check engine light. It does have some aftermarket exhaust, which I think is a eBay one maybe. So it doesn't sound, I mean, it sounds pretty good. I mean, this V6 engine sounds amazing regardless. So yeah, it shifts through all the gears, and yeah, the suspension feels fine. There's nothing rattling or creaking. I do hear some screeching or creaking in the trunk area. I think that's something to do with the panels. But yeah, otherwise this car, I think 149,000 miles on a rebuilt motor. It's got head gaskets, new timing belt, new clutch, new spark plugs, injectors, tune up all that. One thing I do immediately miss are the Saab 9.5 Aero seats. These seats are leather, pretty, I mean, it's Hyundai's back in the 2000s, so I think it's a pretty okay quality leather. It's not the best, and they are pretty hard and kind of feels like I'm sitting on a rock, to be honest. So that is something I'll have to figure out later. I don't have any panels missing or nothing. The dash is fine. The dash isn't cracked or anything. The only thing that's really bothering me is the engine ticking and the misfire. These engines have hydraulic lifters, so depending on what oil and oil filter you use, it can cause some pretty major lifter tick. So I'm hoping that is the issue and nothing else, but I have a feeling that it might be something more than that, because the previous owner already basically rebuilt the whole bottom and top end, got new lifters. Yeah, everything he replaced already, and he couldn't figure it out. That's why he's selling it. So the Hyundai Tiburon actually means a lot to me, because I remember growing up in the 90s in Korea. My dad was actually really into cars too, and when you are in Korea in the 90s, you really had one choice, and that was Hyundai. I remember my dad had a Hyundai XL and my mother had a Hyundai Accent, and I have very fond memories of those cars in the back seat. Later, when I moved to America, this Tiburon came out And I was very proud of this car because it looked so beautiful at the time. And I just remember being so proud of my little Korean company being able to design something like this. But more than that, I felt a connection to this car because when this car first came out, I had also moved to America, and I didn't speak any English at all. And I was made fun of at school a lot, and I was kind of like an outcast. And this car was kind of received in the same way because it was Hyundai and they made this two-door coupe with a V6, and people didn't really take it seriously at the time. So I had this kind of childish connection with this car, and that's how this car became my dream car. This Tiburon has the naturally aspirated 2.7 liter V6 that makes 171 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque, which in today's standards is not much at all, but at the time it was pretty competitive because this was at a time when no one was using forced induction on economy cars like this. The best feature of this car is definitely the design. The word Tiburon in Spanish means shark, and I think they did a pretty good job of creating that image, even adding these side gills and the front end kind of looking like a shark's mouth. The previous generation Tiburon shared its chassis with the Elantra and an engine that is a Mitsubishi derivative, but for the first time this Tiburon got its own chassis, a V6 engine, and the company's first 6-speed manual. So like I mentioned when I was driving, this car did have a pretty good engine overhaul, but maybe it wasn't done right because it has the misfire and the engine tick. This will be my attempt at diving into more of the engine issues, because for all my other projects I focus more on restoring the body and the interior. So I think this will be a very good project for me to learn how to do mechanical work. And I know this car is very different than the type of cars that this channel was built on, saabs. But I hope that you guys will still join me in the journey and learn to like this car as much as I do. I think there is something special about this car, just objectively, if I could ever be objective about this car. So again, I hope you guys join me in this journey. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.